Morning everybody, Evil Len here, and here we have another Honda video, and I appreciate it's been a couple of months since we've done the last one, for which I apologise. Good reason for that. Unfortunately, Cat Dragon, my dear lady wife, whose bike this is, as you well know, she's hurt her back. She's slipped a disc, been in agony, bedbound for now close to 7.5, 8 weeks. Not being able to ride a bike, driving her absolutely potty, but it means I've been having to do everything for her, look after her horse twice a day. So it's kind of somewhat slowed down progress on the bike, but there has been progress. Now this first little bit of video I'm going to show you just now is actually from a couple of months ago, when I first got the engine in. So we're going to show you a little bit of video from which I recorded a while ago, and then we're going to cut forward to the current day and time and see how things have progressed. Morning everybody. Oh, time for the big reveal. And what have you got underneath here? Is it a completed bike? Ta-da! Yeah, no, not quite. But look, exciting. We have the engine in the frame. And doesn't that look pretty darn good? Yes folks, we have the engine in situ. It's possibly a little premature. I could have carried on working on the engine out on the bench, where it would have been a little bit easier, but to be honest, I was getting a bit fed up. I wanted a morale boost. I wanted to start seeing what looked vaguely resembling a motorcycle. And so here we go. So rocker cover's in place, all shiny and nice. Just got to put the valve adjuster covers back on, and we have the rear brake cylinder, master cylinder, all refurbished and painted up and in position. And the reason why I've done that is when I come to the swing arm, which is waiting over here, it's a lot easier to get the swing arm in. Well, basically you can't put the master cylinder in once the swing arm's in place. It's a bit of an arse, because the swing arm goes through the back of the frame, the back of the engine, and out the other side, and it's just in the way, frankly. So one engine in place, had to take it ever so careful, wrapped all the frame up in cardboard to protect it, slotted the engine in from the side, so laid the engine down on its side, on the floor, obviously on rugs and carpets and things like that, and then just slotted the frame around it and then tightened everything up. So that's one thing. What else have we been doing? I started working on the starter motor, which sits just there. The starter motor is in pretty good condition, but I took it all apart to give it a clean and to be able to paint things up properly and clean everything up, because it's full of black dust. And unfortunately, this bit fell up all apart. That's all supposed to be one part. This is the feed for the power coming in to 2 of the bushes out of the 4 bushes. So I've got that part on order. 23 quid just for that little bit, which is a bit annoying, and then I can put that back together. Okay, so that was a couple of months ago, back in the tail end of February. How's things progressed? Well, not a huge amount, if I'm honest, because of poor old Cat Dragon. But things have moved on. So, carrying on working on the engine, just adding bits and bobs, all the cover plates, the various bits of chrome. Got the battery box cleaned up and back in position. Swing arm is on. You can tell their swing arm looking all very nice. Lovely action to that. Pressed all new bearings into that, which I'm surprised didn't break my vice, but it didn't, so that's good. Started putting the electrics in, so the wiring loom is back in position, coils are back in position. The thing that takes forever now is all these little things, like just little brackets like that, just take forever to clean up, paint, to get looking absolutely brand new. Worth it, I'm sure you can appreciate, but it does take forever. But yeah, so I started putting some of the electrics back in. We've got all of the rectifier in, a lot of the fuse box, various other gubbins and bits and bobs. So it's just really adding all these bits and bobs that takes so much time. So also got the expansion reservoir in position. I've cleaned up and ready to go back on the, where's it gone? Where have I put it? There we go, that's where I put it. So the coolant filler, which goes just behind there. So starting working on the cooling system. Yes, now I've got a problem with that actually. The radiator is a bit knackered. I'm not sure what to do with this. Oh, I seem to have got a rug on top of the radiator. But yeah, that's the radiator. It's not particularly in very good condition. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to save it, or whether I'm going to have to buy a new one. Now, you can get new ones, but they're about 350 quid from Japan. So that's less than brilliant. And other things we've been doing. So I've took the carb apart and sent that off for media blasting, aluminium oxide blasting, and cleaning all up with ultrasonic cleaning. That's come up clean, but oh gosh, it's about the 15th time I've cleaned this. I've used so much carb cleaner and so much compressed air in a can, just trying to get all of that clean, get all of the aluminium oxide out of all the various tubes and emulsion tubes and jets and all the rest of it. If I'm honest, that's been a bit of a pain in the proverbial. Almost semi-wish I'd just left it with the aluminium oxide corrosion all over it, but we're getting there with that. So that's the carburettor. The clocks. Now I'm quite pleased about this. The clocks, if you remember, these are plastic, so they're not metal. Those are metal, tin. So the clocks were quite badly corroded, and I've been searching everywhere to try and find somewhere that can do spraying of chrome, and I found somewhere, and they said, right, okay, yeah, you know, we can do this for you, but you've got to prep everything up, so you've got to flatten it back, prime it, all the rest of it. So fair enough, I can do that. So I stripped them all apart. Pain in the proverbial getting these off. I had to use a million different screwdrivers and just sat in front of the telly wheedling away at it, because they basically they are clamped around the outside of the pressed in around the outside of the clock. So you have to be there with loads of little screwdrivers, just slowly bending it back, slowly getting it to a position where you can peel it off. But I started flattening it back with 1200 grit, sat in front of the telly, as you do, and much to my utter amazement, they've actually come back up not bad at all. As you can tell from this, they're not absolutely perfect, but they're certainly very good. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to leave them as they are, save a bit of money. Just got to reassemble those, and I've got to try and find or do something to replace the kilometres per hour, because it's we need miles per hour on there, and the old one's got old stickers on the outside, which I'm sure I can do something better than that. You can see that. So that's that. So the carburettor I can start putting back together. I've been painting some of the metal bits and bobs that goes on the carburettor, you know, the metal brackets and things like that, before I start to assemble it. Oh, and that, I'm priming that up. That is the bracket that holds all the clocks together. So that was quite badly corroded actually, I guess, because of its position, so I'm going to have to do a lot of primer filler on that. And then finally, about half of my chrome came back. So we've got some nuts and bolts coming back, covers from the exhaust, brake pedal, chrome bits on the rear mudguard, and also the lower fork tree, which I actually I used a local garage to press on a new race. So again, new bearings all the way down, and that lower race just there, had to press that on with a special machine because I didn't have the equipment to do that. So a little garage did that quite kindly for me for £20, which isn't bad at all. So when I've got around to polishing up the upper tree, I can put that back on again. So there we go, that's progress so far. Chrome from Derby Plating, they've done a superb job. Carburettor, so-so job. It'll look alright once it's clean, but it's just taking forever to get all the aluminium oxide debris out of it. Start putting the clocks back together. And that's Charlotte, folks. My, that sun is very bright. Anyway, until next time, take care. Hopefully the next update won't be so such a long one away. See you soon. Bye now.